Okay, what's up, everybody? RevSauce9. Make sure to rate, like, and subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon for the latest and greatest that comes to my channel. Now, Sammy Guevara has been suspended by AEW. Now, this is reportedly, so take this with a grain of salt. Now, Sean Ross Sapp, the Wrestling Observer, a bunch of places have reported that he has been suspended. Now, take it with a grain of salt, reportedly. AEW has not come out and made official statements yet on the matter. But sources within AEW that have told Sean Ross Sapp and others that he has been officially suspended. Good. Sammy Guevara deserves to be suspended. And it also, AEW needs to get better on how they call the matches or how they script the matches. Jeff Hardy should have never been concussed. I think there was miscues from Jeff Hardy to Sammy Guevara. AEW, if it's to be believed from the reports, trainers did try to get the referee to call the X sign. They were trying to get the match called off. I just think it falls all around. It falls on the staff. It falls on Tony Khan. It falls on AEW. Where is the rules and regulations? Why was Sammy Guevara going for his finisher and allowed to finish the match with his finisher if Jeff Hardy was concussed and had a broken nose too? So to me, this falls on AEW. This falls on how they practice and script a match beforehand. This should be literally regulated before anything happens within a match that takes place on Rampage, Dynamite, Collision. This should not be happening, period, point blank. I love Sammy Guevara, but he's been a botched fest. Ever since he came off his first suspension and second suspension with El Idolo, he has not been the same. And, I have a feeling this is because of Monet coming in. I think that's why they suspended him too. I kind of feel like what my constituents feel too on that. It could be because Monet coming in, but who knows? But Sammy Guevara deserves to be suspended for sure. And I think, going forward, AEW just needs to have better protocols in place. It's inexcusable. This should not be happening on television. And it seems like this has been happening a lot more often. Adam Page with the ankle injury. Look what happened with Wardlow. Take a look at some of these botches and look at some of the things that are happening in AEW. They got to have better protocols in place. This is where I give WWE their credit because WWE is more safer, but they do botch too. But it's more happening in AEW, and I think they should kind of go back to the drawing board on what kind of moves they can and can't do. And more wrestlers are getting hurt. I mean, more risks are being taken in AEW with pile drivers and things. You're going to see more of that happening. I just think they need to have better protocols in place. I think they need to have better procedures in place. Where are the legends at this point? Where are, you brought in Jerry Lynn. You have Dean Malenko there. You have Dustin Rhodes there. You have a lot of key people, including QT Marshall. You have a lot of these people there. And who's figuring out these matches? There should be protocols in place. This falls much on Sammy Guevara as much as AEW as well. And if I'm Jeff Hardy, people are like going to Jeff Hardy's aid and going to bat for him and white knighting for him. But what has Jeff Hardy done except job out? And Tony Khan has no faith in the Hardy Boys at all at this point because of Matt Hardy and Jeff Hardy especially being an alcohol/drug problem. And, you don't want to put full stock into him, but this is kind of damaging for Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy got clean. Jeff Hardy's trying to get better and better himself, what it looks like. And then this happens. So I feel bad for him. But at the same time, I think you need to take Sammy Guevara off to the side. I think you need to have him train a little bit and get better at not botching. That's where AEW needs to do at this point. And I've said this about AEW for a while. Their protocols have got to get better. You can't have this stuff happening all the time. And it's been happening a lot more and more frequently. People getting hurt in AEW. Ray Phoenix to the botching of Sting when he broke his tooth and his face a little bit. Darby Allin getting, you saw his arm all shredded up and looked like it needed multiple stitches. They got to do better on protecting the wrestlers for concussions and injuries and things like that, because the body cannot take multiple concussions. The body can't take multiple things happening. And I think they got to do better on protecting the wrestlers. That's just personally my opinion. WWE has done it. WWE has cut a lot of moves from a lot of people's repertoires because of the concussions and stuff. For a minute there, they didn't allow the curb stomp. While there, they didn't allow Canadian Destroyer or Panama Sunrise, because of concussions. And then Austin Theory did it, and now he's taking that move away from his arsenal. So, at the end of the day, I think wrestlers, this whole situation does fall on Sammy, but also falls on Jeff, and it also falls on AEW. Because, these reports, if you read it, there was missing communication. Where was that missing communication? And where was the referees in that point? The referees should know what they're doing. I think the referees need to be trained better in AEW on protocols. This falls on Tony Khan. Where Tony Khan's back in Gorilla on all of his shows, right? Where was he when this shit was going down? It's bad management on top of not protecting the wrestlers. And Sammy Guevara deserves, if this is the case and Sammy Guevara does not listen, he should be suspended for otherwise. But I think they're doing this because Monet's coming in and then he'll be brought back in. I think it's very minor, but I think Sammy Guevara needs more training. I think Sammy Guevara needs to learn a lesson. And I think AEW needs to hold their wrestlers, their top tier wrestlers, up here. Yes, you should be suspended, and he should be used as an example. He's getting paid big money to be in AEW. Then, you need to follow procedures. And it falls on management. It falls on Tony Khan. You have all these fucking wrestling legends backstage. Who dropped the ball? Is it Sammy? But AEW, like from the reports, he's taking the blame. Some of it should fall on Jeff. Some of it should fall on all sides. I feel bad for Jeff, but what has Jeff done for AEW lately? Nothing. What has Matt Hardy done? Absolutely nothing. It's just like Miro. What has Miro done lately? What has Keith Lee done lately? Those two are injured, but what were they doing before they got hurt? Absolutely nothing. Sammy Guevara, you've pushed to the moon and back and done nothing with him. Now I understand why, because if he's a botch fest, then yes, suspend his ass. Yes. Indefinitely, he should be suspended. Without pay for a while. Yeah. If he's causing injuries and he's botching and he's going off script and doing things as these reports say, yes, he should be suspended. Yes, he should be fined for every week he's out. But if this falls on AEW and mismanagement, and there was a missing communication, I feel bad for both sides. But if it's not, then he should be suspended completely. No pay. I'm with that. He should be used as an example. I like Sammy Guevara, but if you're a botch fest and you hurt wrestlers and put wrestlers in hospitals with concussions and having to be in a concussion protocol, then yeah. And concussions can fuck up somebody's career, especially when it comes to sports. Anyway, that's just purely my opinion about Sammy Guevara. Look, at the end of the day, there's so many vasts of stories. Miscommunication to Sammy's a bad worker to where was AEW? Was there a miscue on Jeff Hardy's part to get a concussion? Who knows? Everybody's reporting something on this matter from Sean Ross Sapp and beyond and beyond and beyond. But at the end of the day, yeah, he deserves to be suspended. I think this is more of a play because Monet's coming in the next week or two. And, they don't want to have them cross paths if there is beef or drama or whatever else, because they don't want to have a CM Punk kind of situation on their hands. But why would they? You know what I mean? But Sammy Guevara literally, if he's hurting wrestlers, should be suspended. Yes. If you're hurting wrestlers and you're not, going off scripts and off move sets that you guys have planned and scripted beforehand, because everything's choreographed in wrestling, then yeah, you deserve to be suspended. And if you're hurting wrestlers and you got an intent there, then yeah, you should be suspended. But if this was a miscue and missing communication, then this falls on all sides, including Jeff, Sammy, and Tony Khan. It falls on all sides. That's my opinion. How long is Sammy Guevara going to be suspended? Who knows? But take this with a grain of salt as much as you can. I will see you guys in the next one. News articles down below. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.